Namaskaram to all. Subhodayam. Welcome back to again one more episode on Bhagavad Gita after yesterday's Vishwarupa Darshana by Dr. CSR Prabhu garu. So today also we'll have a great session on Bhagavad Gita. So we start the day with Vande Mataram followed by Prardhana. So Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Sujalam Sufalam Malaya Jasitalam Sasya Syamalam Mataram Vande Mataram Subrajyosna Pulakitayamini Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhini Suhasini Sumadhura Bhashini Sukhadam Varadam Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram. I request Rajalakshmi garu to do the pradhana, please.
Jai Gurubhyo Namaha. 1 minute meditation followed by 3 times Om. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamasravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmana Brahmanaspata Anashunvannotibhis Sida Sadanam Om Shri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinamavitriyavatu Om Shri Mahasaraswatjai Namaha Gurureva Gatihi Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Naguroh Paramam Shishurasmi Guroho Mam Matirasti Gurau Mam Pahi Guro Gnananandamayan devam nirmalaspadikakratim Adharam sarva vidyanam hayagrivam Shruti smriti purananam Alayam karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Pada Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव ॐ सहनाववतु सह नौ भुनक्तुः सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्वी नावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्
ధన్యవాదాలండి రాజలక్ష్మి గారు. థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ ది నైస్ ప్రార్థన. ఐ నౌ ఇన్వైట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ డాక్టర్ CSR Prabhu గారు టు కంటిన్యూ విత్ దిస్ లెక్చర్ ఆన్ భగవద్గీత. వెల్కమ్ ప్రభు గారు.
ఓం Friends, yesterday we have seen how the Vishwarupa was shown to Arjuna by the Lord Krishna, and how all the entities in the universe are contained inside Vishnu, Narayana, Krishna, Paramatma. Vishwam Vishnuhu, the first word of Vishnu Sahasranama is Vishwam Vishnuhu. So the Vishnu Sahasranama is giving the Upasana method of the Lord. So the Bhagavad Gita and the Vishnu Sahasranama, both next to each other almost in the Mahabharata. That is one Bhagavad Gita before the Mahabharata war started, and Vishnu Sahasranama in the middle of Mahabharata war, and Bhishma get delivered. So the nature of the Supreme Being, God, Ishvara, or any other name you can use, is described in the Vishnu Sahasranama, and the same thing is represented in the Vishwarupa Sandarshan. The Bhagavad Gita is delivered at a spot called Jyotisar. Those who are in North India might have gone there. So there is a spot, there is a tree, which is supposed to be coming from the Mahabharata period till now. I went there many times, I meditated there on the Vishwarupa, and you can experience the Vishwarupa. Even yesterday, without video also, you were able to experience clearly the Vishwarupa. As the Veda itself has Narayana Sukta, Sahasrasirsham Devam Visvaksham Vishvashampam Vishwam Narayanam Devam Aksharam Paramam Padam. So the nature of the Supreme Being as universal form is explained originally in the Narayana Sukta chapter in the Veda, which is also known as Mantra Pushpam. In all the temples, people chant this regularly in all the pujas. This will be chanted as Mantra Pushpam, flower of mantras. And in this profound chapter of the Veda, whatever is described there, Yatcha Kinchit Jagat Sarvam Drishyate Shruyate Piva Antar Bahishchatat Sarvam Vyapya Narayana Sthitaha. Narayana, the Supreme Being, is present in every single atom, whether inside or outside. Yaccha kinchit jagat sarvam drishyate sruyate piva. What you can see and what you cannot see but only can hear or know about. Antar bahischa, inside and outside, even inside the atom and outside the atom. Vyapya narayana sthitaha. He is spread and is established without any gaps or cracks or leaks. This is what is explained in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita as well as the Veda as well as the Srimad Bhagavatam and as well as the Upanishads. So that is what is depicted in the Bhagavad Gita 11th chapter Vishwarupa. Matta paradaram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvavidam protam sutre maniganaiva. He told in the previous chapter, other than me there is nothing in this world. Everything is inside me. So today we will start the 13th chapter, Kshetra Kshetrajna Yoga. Arjuna Uvacha Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Kshetram Kshetrajna Evacha Etad Veditum Ichchami Jnanam Jneyam Cha Kesava. O Kesava, I would like to know what is Prakriti, nature, what is Purusha, the observer, feeler, thinker. What is Kshetra? What is the field? And Kshetrajna, the knower of the field. I would like to know what is Jnana, what is Jnaya. Jnana is knowledge, supreme knowledge. Jnana and Mukti. Well, by now you would have understood we are trying to get Mukti, Moksha. What is the objective of this course? Or what is the objective of Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Or what is the objective of Sanatana Dharma? It is Moksha only. So, to make you go nearer and nearer, if not completely achieve moksha, is the objective. So, that moksha will come only through jnana. So, what is that jnana? I want to know. Arjuna is asking. Arjuna is our friend. He is almost like one of our participants here. So, he is asking that question. What is jnana? And what is jnaya? Jnaya means what is that is being known through that jnana. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Idam Shariram Kaunteya Kshetramityabhidhiyate. This body is Kshetra. Etadyo vettitam prahuhu Kshetrajna iti tadvidah. He who knows this body is Kshetrajna. That is the knower. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Realize, O Bharata, that I am the Kshetrajna in all kshetras. That means I am the self, the knower, feeler, thinker, enjoyer, observer in all the bodies, not only human, but all. Kshetra kshetrajnayor jnanam yatajnanam matirmama. And the jnana, the knowledge of the kshetra and kshetrajna, that is called jnana. If you know what is kshetra and what is kshetrajna, then you have the jnana. And therefore, you will get mukti, liberation. Yatajnanam yattat kshetram yachayad drukchayad vikari yataschayat sachayo yat prabhavascha tat samasena tat shruno. Now I will explain you in detail what is kshetra, what is vikari, what is prabhava, all together. Listen now. Rishibhir bahudha gitam chandobhir vividhai prathak brahmasutra padaischaiva hetu madbhir vinischitai. What is decided by the logicians? Hetu mat. Friends, please understand, our entire knowledge system is logical. It is based on a logician's approach, not a blind belief. In other religions, there is blind belief. Rushibhir bahudha gitam chandobhir vividhait prathak. Various Veda mantras various songs of the Vedas, that means mantras are sung, like Samaveda is music, by the rishis and by the Brahma Sutras. So you can see there is an explicit reference to Brahma Sutras in the Bhagavad Gita, which means Brahma Sutras already existed at the time Bhagavad Gita was recorded. Mahabhutan, what are all these texts telling? Now we'll explain. Mahabhutanya hankaro buddhiravyaktamevacha indriyani dasaikancha panchachendriya gocharaha. What is kshetra is being explained. Kshetra comprises of the pancha mahabhutas, ahankara, buddhi, avyakta, indriya, 10 indriyas, pancha jnanendriyas and pancha karmendriyas, and 5 objects of senses. That is what is being seen, what is being heard, that is panchabhutas equivalent. And in addition, ichha dvesha sukham dukkham sanghataschetanadhritihi. All this ichha dvesha sukham dukkham, these are the gunas. And dhruti is determination. Etat kshetram samasena, all put together. Samasa means all put together, is called kshetra. Not just this body, but the entire objective reality. Savikara mudahrutam, and it has the vikaras. That is birth, growth, consolidation, strengthening, weakening, and death. Decay and death. Amanitvam adambhitvam ahimsa. Kshantirajyavam acharyopasanam shaucham. Sthairyam vinigraha. These qualities, amanitvam, adambhitvam, not to bombastically speak, not to praise himself. Ahimsa, kshanti, tolerance, capability to withstand. Acharyopasanam shaucham, sthiryam vinigraha. Stability. Indriyartheshu vairagyam anahankara evacha janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanudarshanam. To be able to see the bad qualities inside this birth, in the death, in the old age, and in disease. These are the dukkhas. Dukkhas come by birth itself, by death, by old age, and by disease. Asaktirana vishwanga putra dara gruhadisho nityam cha samachittattam ishtha nishtopapattisho mayi chananya yogena bhakti ravyabhicharini. Unadulterated bhakti, complete absorption in me. Viviktadesha sevitvam aratirjana samsadi. Not getting into crowds. All the COVID protocol is being explained. Being alone. Adhyatma dhyana nityatvam. Realizing the permanency of the spiritual knowledge. Tattva jnana ardha darshanam. And see the ability to understand and see the tattva jnana and the meaning of tattva jnana, the higher truth knowledge. Etajnanam, all this which has been explained, the list which has been given is called jnanam. Ajnanam yatatonyadha. Other than this list, rest is all ajnanam. That means political science, social science, what all happens is part of ajnana, not jnana. Only the above is called jnana. Jneyam yattat pravakshyami. Now I will tell what is jneya. Jneya means what is being known. Yajñatva amrutam ashnute. That which, by knowing which, you will achieve immortality. Now how immortality will come? Only when you realize yourself one with the Supreme Being, Brahman, Atma, Bhagavan. When you realize your oneness with it, you are immortal. Because the body is mortal. Whatever is born has to die. Body was born, it will die. Anadimat param brahmana sattanna saduchyate. How is that Supreme Being now explained, Sarvatah Panipadam. It has got hands and legs everywhere. Sarvatokshi Shiromukham. It has got head, eyes and mouth everywhere. Sarvata Shruti Malloke. It can hear in everywhere. Sarvamav Vrutyatishthati. It is spread everywhere and is established. Sarvendriya Gunabhasam. Sarvendriya Vivarjitam. Asaktam Sarvabhruchaiva. Nirgunam Gunabhoktrucha. It is manifest through all the indriyas. It is devoid of all indriyas at the same time. And it is unattached, asaktam, sarvabhruchaiva, and it holds everything. Nirgunam, it has no qualities, but gunabhoktrucha, it is the enjoyer of all qualities. Bahirantascha bhutanam acharam charamevacha, inside and outside of all beings, all things. Sukshmatva tada vijneyam durastham chantike chatat. Then you can ask a question, how come we are not able to see it? Or we are not able to know it? It's because of the subtlety. Like Akasha, space is spread everywhere. Everything is inside Akasha, but nobody can see it. So Akasha is given the closest comparison with the Paramatma. So it is like Akasha. Akasha, even it is subtler than Akasha itself. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Though it is single indivisible entity among all beings, all things, it appears as if it is divided into you and me and this world and so on. Like, for example, you can also take the electromagnetic radiation which is passing through the Akasha space. Now we are able to meet each other in the electromagnetic space, in the electromagnetic domain. Where is this electron? It is there everywhere. It is something like that. He is explaining the nature of the self, which consciousness, which is the next subtler thing than even electromagnetic radiation, which is energy. And definitely that itself is subtler than Akasha. Jnanam jne grasishnu prabhavishnu cha jyotishamapi tajyotistamasah paramuchyate. It is a light which is beyond all lights, which is beyond all darkness. Jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam hrudi sarvasya adhishtitam. It is jnana, it is jneya, and it is established in the hearts of all. Iti kshetram tatha jnanam jneyam choktam cha samasataha. And now I have explained to you what is kshetra, what is kshetrajna, what is jnana, what is jneya completely. Madbhakta etad vijnaya madbhavayopapadyate. My devotee, my bhakta, having known this, he will struggle, attempt to achieve in that state into me. Prakritim purusham chaiva. What is prakriti? What is purusha? He asked. Prakritim purusham chaiva vidya anadi ubhavapi. These two, prakriti and purusha, are beginningless and endless. Vikaranscha gunanschaiva vidhi prakriti sambhavan. All the transformations, birth, growth, maturity, strengthening, weakening, decay and death. 6 vikaras are there. So all these vikaras and gunans chaiva, sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna, all these are born out of prakriti. Vikaranscha gunanschaiva vidhi prakriti sambhavan karya karana kartrutve hetu prakriti ruchyate. The results of actions, the cause of action, and the action itself, and the ownership of action is all called inside prakriti. It is part of prakriti. Purusha sukha dukkhanam bhoktrutve hetu ruchyate. Purusha is feeler, thinker, enjoyer, observer. Avyaya Purusha Sakshi Kshetrajno Akshara Evacha. The Vishnu Sahasranama is very clear on the nature of the self. कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे हेतुः प्रकृतिरुच्यते पुरुषः सुखदुःखानां भोक्तृत्वे हेतुरुच्यते पुरुषः प्रकृतिस्थो हि. Even though the Purusha is established in Prakriti, inside Prakriti, bhunkta, and therefore enjoying bhunkte prakriti jan gunan, the qualities which are born out of Prakriti. What are those qualities? Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Karanam guna sangosya sadasadyoni janmasu. Upadrashtan, even though he is being born with all this form, like you and me, all these different living beings in that way, inside Prakriti, he is not part of Prakriti. Upadrashta, observer. Anumantacha, he is the dictator or the ruler. Bharta, the owner, the enjoyer. Bhokta, enjoyer. Maheshwaraha, this is the Supreme Lord. Paramatma, iti. In all these names, the Paramatma is explained. Chapi uktaha, dehesmin, in this body, Purushaha Paraha. The transcendental Purusha is explained in all these terms. Ya evam vetti Purusham prakritam gunais saha. He who understands, he who knows, understands this nature of Prakriti and Purusha along with the three gunas. Sarvadha, always, Vartamano, right now also, Nasa Bhuyo Abhijayate, he will not be born again. So this is Jnana, Jnana and Mukti. If you understand this, you will not be born again. Yeah, how he is being seen, Jnanena Atmani Pashyante. Some people see this in deep meditation. Kechid Atmanam Atmana. They see themselves in themselves. In the self, by the self. Anye, others, Sankhena, through the Sankhya Darshana, they see this. Yogena, through yoga. Karma Yogena Chapare, and some others through Karma Yoga. Anye Tveva Majanantaha, others who don't understand this. Srutvanyebhya Upasate, will hear, will learn from others who understand it. Te pichati tarantyeva, even they will be liberated. So the pravachana, swadhyaya and pravachana, both are very important. The pravachanas which are being given are heard by people who may not know that subject, but they will also be liberated by acquiring gradual knowledge. Mrutye pichati tarantyeva mrutyum shruti parayana. Shruti parayana. Shruti, hearing. Shruti means hearing. Veda also means Shruti. Those who are parayana, that means they are totally dedicated to that, they will also transcend death. Transcend death doesn't mean the body will live for hundreds of years. Body will die definitely. But the soul will be liberated. Yavat sanjayate kinchit sattvam sthavaраjangamam kshetra kshetrajna samyogat tadvidhi bharadarshabha. All the living beings, whether moving or unmoving, they're all due to the conjunction, the joining of Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram vinashyatsva vinashyantam yah pashyati sapashyati. He who can see one single Parameshwara in all the beings, samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam, established, vinashyatsva vinashyantam, avinashyantam, that who will not die in among all those who die. That means the Paramatma remains immortal. He who can see this Paramatma, he sees actually. Others cannot see. In fact, in Yoga Taravali, there is a statement, Prakashamane Paramatma Bhanu Nashyatya Avidya Timire Samaste Aho Buddha Nirmala Drishtayopi Kinchinna Pashyanti Jagat Samakiram. So those who see the Paramatma don't see anything else. They see only Paramatma. Samam Pashyan Hi Sarvatra samam samavasthitam ishwaram, equanimity, equally it is samam. Samam pashyan hi sarvatra, samavasthitam ishwaram. He who sees the Ishvara established equally among everything. Na hinastyatmanatmanam tato yati param gatim. So such a person will not fall down, will not demean himself or herself. When you say he, it also means she. Please understand. Prakrityaiva cha karmani kriyamanani sarvashah yah pashyati tadhatmanam akartaram sapashyati. He who sees Prakriti as doing everything, that means all actions are done by Prakriti. Ye Prakriti hai, Swami Srilanand Bharti used to tell me, Prakriti hai, that means whatever happens, birth, death, disease, all this is part of Prakriti. But I am not Prakriti, I am Purusha. Prakrityaiva cha karmani kriyamanani sarvashah yah pashyati tadha atmanam akartaram sapashyati. He who understands and sees that Prakriti is doing everything will always realize that he himself is not doing anything because he is Purusha. Yada bhuta pruthak bhavam ekatvam anupashyati tata eva cha vistaro brahma sampadhyate tada. How do you know you are getting liberated? Yada bhuta prathak bhavam ekatvam anupashyati. When, if and when, as and when you are able to see one truth among all the beings, not only one God, but only one existence. Yada bhuta prathak bhavam ekatvam anupashyati tata eva cha. Then that means vistaro brahma sampadhyate tada. You are able to see Brahman. Now in physics we can easily show is, because what is one truth behind everything in the universe? Because everything in the universe is made up of matter and energy. So one which is behind matter and energy, like Einstein gave the equation E is equal to mc square, matter and energy are interconvertible. That means matter can become energy, energy become matter. So there is something called X, Brahman, which is manifesting as matter and energy. So that one single, if you are able to see it, everybody who knows physics can see it. That one existence which is manifest in different ways. One ocean water which is manifest as many waves and many bubbles and so on. Water is only one. So to realize that oneness is the ultimate goal of all spiritual efforts. Anaditvad nirgunatvad paramatmayam avyaya. This Paramatma is avyaya, non-destructible, because it has no beginning, it has no end. Anaditvad nirgunatvad, it has no qualities. Paramatma ayam avyaya, sharirastho kaunteya, even though inside this body, na karoti na lipyate, it doesn't do anything, it doesn't get affected, contaminated by anything. Anaditvad nirgunatvad paramatmayam avyayah sharirastho kaunteya na karoti na lipyate. So to realize yourself to be the Purusha, the self, inside this body, inside this universe, inside this body, but unattached, unaffected, untouched. It is feeler, thinker, observer, enjoyer, Purusha. Yadha sarvagatam saukshmyad akasham nopalipyate. Just like Akasha, it is not entangled, it is not contaminated, it is not mixed with anything which is inside it. All things are inside Akasha, but Akasha is remaining unaffected. In the same way, sarvatravasthito dehe tadha atmano palipyate. Similarly, the self is not getting affected, contaminated with all the things. Yadha prakashayatyeka krishnam lokamimam ravihi kshetram kshetram tadha kritsnam prakashayati bharata. Just as one sun, only one sun is there, and the whole universe is being enlightened by the sun. Everybody thinks my sun is different from your sun. The sun in Hyderabad, some people think it is different from the sun in New York because the weather is different. Sun is the same. Kshetra kshetrajnayorevam antaram jnana chakshusha. He who realizes the difference between kshetra and kshetrajna with an eye of knowledge, jnana chakshu, bhuta prakriti moksham cha ye viduhu yanti te padam. They will reach moksha. It is Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga Trayodashodhyaya. Now the Chaturdashodhyaya Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. What are these gunas? We are always talking about Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna. Param bhuya pravakshyami jnananam jnanamuttamam. I am again telling you the supreme jnana. Yajñatva munayas sarve param siddhimito gataha. After acquiring which jnana, all the munis acquired liberation. Idam jnanam upashritya mama sadhanyamagataha. Based on this jnana, all those munis, rishis, yogis, bhaktas, jnanis have reached me. They became part of me. Mama sadharmyamagata. They became like me. They are part of me. Sargepi nopajayante. They will not be born again during the creation process, and they will not be destroyed during the dissolution. Pralayepi na vyadhanti cha. Mama yonir mahat brahma. That knowledge I am telling you. From me came Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma. Mama yonir mahat. That is called mahat. Tasmin garbham dadhamyaham. I am giving the seed. Sambhavas sarva bhutanam tato bhavati bharata. From mahat or Brahma, all beings are created. Sarva yonishu kaunteya. Murtayas sambhavanti yaha tasam brahma mahat yonihi aham bija pradapita. I am the father giving the seed into the mahat or Brahma, who is creating all the beings in all the different yonis, all the different body forms. And sattvam rajastama iti guna prakriti sambhava nibadhanti mahabahu dehe dehinam avyayam. This self is being tied up. The pure self is being tied up in the body through the three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. What is sattva? Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat prakashakam anamayam. It is purity, light, and perfect clarity. Sukha sangena badhnati. It will tie you down. It will have the bandha of sukha, pleasure, and also jnana. So sattva guna also is a bandha. It will tie with jnana and sukha. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam. The rajo guna is the starting of the problems. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi. It starts with attachment. Trishna sanga samudbhavam. It is born out of craving and attachment. Tannibadhnati kaunteya. It will tie you down, O Arjuna. Karma sangena dehinam. Through the karma sanga. Action. All the time action, action, action. Tamastvajnanajam vidhi mohanam sarvadehinam. Now tamoguna is born out of ignorance, and it is going to delude all beings. Pramadalasya nidrabhihi tannibadhnati bharata. It will tie you down, bandha, through three qualities: pramada, accident; alasya, laziness; and nidra, sleep. We all know what it means. By night 11 or 12, everybody will be under the influence of Tamoguna until we wake up in the morning. So this early morning we are in Sattva-guna, and as time progresses we enter into Rajoguna. Sattvam sukhe sanjayate. Sattva-guna results in happiness, enjoyment. Rajah karmani bharata. Rajoguna results in action, karma. Ajnana jamjnana mavruchyatu tamaha. Tamas guna is covering up the jnana. And pramade sanjayatyuta, it will result in accident, death, sleep, mistake. Rajastamascha vibhuya sattvam bhavati bharata. Rajasattvam tamaschaiva tamasattvam rajastada. These three gunas are alternating one after the other in different combinations. Sarvadvareshu dehesmin prakasha upajayate jnanam yada tada vidyat vivruddham sattvamitsuta. The jnana, now you are listening to Gita, you are getting the jnana. That is due to sattva guna. Lobha pravrittirarambha. And what are the quality results of rajoguna? Greed, arambho, being like that. Karmanam ashamaspruha. Endless work, endlessly without any break. Rajasyetani jayante pravivruddhe bharatarshava. Then what about tamoguna qualities? Aprakasho, apravrittis, not doing anything, sitting like what they are, donkey or hippopotamus or pig or something, don't do anything. Just sit like that, lazy. Pramado mohamevacha tamasyetani jayante vivruddhe kurunandana yada sattve pravruddhetu pralayam yati deha bhrat tadottama vidam lokan amalan pratipadyate. A person who dies in the sattva guna will reach high levels of words. Uttama lokas. Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate. A person who dies in Rajoguna will be born again among those who are again in Rajoguna. Karma sangishu. Tadha pralinastamasi mudha yonishu jayate. A person who dies in Tamoguna will be born among foolish birth. That is either animals or humans who are similar to animals, foolish people. Karmana sukritisyahu satvikam nirmalam phalam rajasastu phalam dukkham ajnanam tamasak phalam. Among all the actions you do, the sukruta, the punya, is satvikam nirmalam phalam. The pure sattva, sattvika phala result. Rajasastu phalam dukkham. By Rajoguna, actions which are done with Rajoguna, they result in dukkha, misery. Ajnanam tamasa phalam. The Tamoguna results in ajnana, ignorance, foolishness, stupidity. Sattvat sanjayate jnanam. From sattva comes jnana. So friends, you have to always maintain sattva guna to the maximum possible. 100% it may not be possible, but at least 90% or 80% or 70%. From rajaso lobha evacha, by rajoguna you will get greedy. Pramada moho tapaso bhavato ajnanamevasa. So tamasaha, this is by tamoguna you will get only pramada and moha. Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha madhye tishtanti rajasa ajaganya guna vrittistha adho gachanti tamasa. The sattvics will go higher and higher. Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha madhye tishtanti. Rajoguna people remain in the middle. They have an option to go upwards or they have an option to go downwards. If they go downwards, they will fall into darkness. Tamoguna. Jaganya guna vrittistha. You might have heard this word, jaganya aparat. I mean, grave crimes. Those who do all grave actions, grave qualities. Adho gachanti, they fall down and down. Nanyam gunebhya Kartaram yada drashtanupashyati Gunebhyascha param vetti madbhavam sodhigacchati. He who can transcend the three gunas, he will reach me. Gunanetan atitya. If these gunas are transcended, trin dehi deha samudbhavan, then he will be liberated from janma mrityu jara dukkhair vimuktaha amrutam asnute. He will reach immortality. Arjuna vacha kailingha strin gunanetan atito bhavati prabho. Kimachara katham chaitan trin gunanativatta. Oh, Arjuna is like our group. He's asking a question. How is it possible to transcend all the three gunas? Sri Bhagavan vacha prakasham cha pravrittim cha mohameva cha pandava. All the three, that is prakasha, pravritti and moha, sattva, rajas and tamas. Na dveshtinam pravrittani na nivrittani kankshati. How it is possible means is like sthita prajna. A sthita prajna is like gunatita, yogi, jnani. He is not going to be affected with the three gunas. He remains unaffected. Udasin abadasino gunairyo na vichalyate. He is not going to be fooled by these three gunas. Guna guneshu vartanta ityeva pratisthati nengate. Okay, gunas are acting. I am not the one who is acting. Samadukha sukha swastha. So yesterday the equanimity question came. Same thing. The equanimity to dukkha and sukha. Samarosthashma kanchanaha is equanimous to mud and gold. Tulya priya priyodhiraha is equanimous to pleasure and pain, praise and condemnation. Tulya nindatma samstutihi manava manayos tulyaha tulyo mitrari pakshayoh sarvarambha parityagi gunatita sauchyate. Such a person, gunatita, is so mature, he is not going to be affected with all this. Mam chayo avyabhicharena, he who performs upasana unto me. Avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate. Bhakti with bhakti yoga, he who performs service to me, which is unadulterated bhaktya. Avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sa gunan samatita, he will transcend all the three gunas. Edan brahma bhuyaya kalpate, he will be prepared, he will be eligible for brahma brahmisteta brahmistritipardha maivam propya mukyadi. In the second chapter end, he told Sthitvasyam antakale, if you can reach that even at the end of your life, it is good enough, you will be liberated. Brahmano hi pratisthaham amrutasya cha vyayasya cha. He who is established in Brahman, in God, which is immortality, shashvatasya cha dharmasya sukhasya ekantikasya cha, which is permanent and which is the eternal dharma, sanatana dharma. So we are teaching this course, sanatana dharma, to reach that stage. Om Tat Sat iti Srimad Bhagawad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishnarjuna Samvade Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogo Nama Chaturdashodhyaya. I will cover now the 15th chapter, which is the most important, one of the most important. Purushottama Prapti Yoga. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Urdhamula Madhashakam Ashwadham Prahuravyayam Chandansi Yasya Parnani Yastam Veda Savedavit. There is a tree which is inverted people tree. The leaves are all the Vedas, various types of knowledge of various subjects. And the root, which is upwards, inverted tree, is the root, is the Adhaschordhancha prasritastasya shakha guna pravriddha vishaya pravala. So all these leaves and the fruits are the results of the senses, vishayas. And guna pravriddha, they are growing through the three gunas. Narupamasyeha tadhopalabhyate nanto nachadir nacha sampratishtha. This tree has no limits. It is infinite in size. Ashwadhamenam savirodhamulam asangashastrena drudhena chitva. You cut the tree with a sword in your hands called asanga, detachment. You cut the tree with your sword. Ashwadhamenam suvirodhamulam asangashastrena drudhena chitva tatapparam tat parimargitavyam. You clear the way for you to progress forward. Yasmin gata na nivartanti bhuya. If you cut the tree down, you can cross, go forward and reach your destination. Having reached which there is no return back, no coming back. Tameva chadyam purusham prapadye yatah pravritti purusha. You can reach the Parama Purusha by cutting down the tree and clearing your way. That means, what is this tree? This tree is nothing but life, the tree of life. Just got the gunas, the vishayas. So we cut down the tree, remove it, and we cross over to the Supreme Being. Nirmana mohajita sangadosha. Who will go to that Supreme abode destination? Those who have given up all the abhimana and moha. Nirmana moha jita sangadosha. Those who have conquered attachment. Adhyatma nitya. Those who are fully established in adhyatma all the time. Vinivritta kama. Who have given up all desires. Vandvair vimukta. Who are beyond the dualities. Sukha dukkha sangaihi. Attachments to sukha and dukkha. Gachanti amudha. They will go who are amudhas, non-fools. Non-fools means jnanis. We are all fools basically. The jnanis will go there. Padam avyayam tat. They will reach that avyaya, indestructible destination. Na tad bhasayate suryo na shashanko dapavakaha. Yad gatvana nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. That is a place where no sun, no moon, and the ultimate abode. Having reached which will not come back. And that is my abode, Vaikuntha. Mamaivamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. My own part, Amsha, is born as living beings. Manashasthani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. It gets attached to the mind and the senses which are inside the Prakriti. Shariram yad avapnoti. When it acquires a body. Yachapyutkrayamadishvara. When it leaves this body and goes. He used the word Ishvara. That means this Jiva is also Ishvara, but is only Amsha. Shariram yad avapnoti yachapyutkrayamadishvara grihitva etani samyati. When it goes out of the body, it carries the mind and the senses in their subtle form and again entering into another birth. Srotram chakshusparshanam charasanam ghranameva adhisthaya manaschayam vishayanupasevate. The five senses and the mind is enjoying the world through that. Utkramantam sthitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanvitam vimudhananupashyanti pashyanti jnana chakshusha. You may ask a question, how is that we are not able to see it? You cannot see because we are fools. So only jnanis can see. Jnana chakshu, those who have the special eye of jnana. Yatanto yoginaschaiva, yogis can see, yatis can see. Pashyanti atmanyavasthitam, and he sees that self inside. Yatanto api akrutatmano naivam pashyanti chetasaha yadadityagatam tejo jagadbhasayate akhilam. That light which is coming from the sun and is spread everywhere and making all living beings alive. Yat chandramasi, that light which is coming from the moon. Yat chagnau, that come from the fire. Tat tejo vidhi mamakam, know that light to be mine. Gama vishya cha bhutani, I am spread everywhere. Dharayamyaham ojasa, I am putting up the medicinal plants. Pushnami chaushadhi sarva, somo bhutva rasatmakaha. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva. I become the fire, Agni, Vaishvanara, in the human being, in the all living beings. That is the hunger. Deham asritaha pranapana samayuktaha. I balance prana and apana, and I digest food in 4 different ways. Chaturvidham pachami annam chaturvidham sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishto. I am located in the heart of all beings. Heart means the life, soul. Matta smritir jnanam apohanancha. Because of me, there is memory, there is intelligence, there is proposal and disposal. Vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyo. I am being known through all the Vedas. And Vedanta krit Veda videva chaham. I am the maker of Vedanta. Dvavimau purusho loke ksharaschakshara eva cha. There are 2 types of purushas. One is the destructible and other is indestructible. Ksharas sarvani bhutani. All beings are destructible. Kutastho akshara uchyate. That which is not destructible is called akshara. Uttama purushastvanya paramatmeti tyudahanata. That Paramatma known as Uttama Purusha. Yo lokatrayama vishyabhivartravyayah Ishvara. That Ishvara spread all on the universe. Yasmat ksharamati toham aksharadapi chottamaha. I am beyond kshara and akshara. Atosmi loke vede cha prathita purushottamaha. I am the Purushottama, known in the Veda as well as Loka. Yo mam asammudho janati purushottamam. He who knows me as Purushottama, sa sarvavid, he knows everything. Bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. He praises me in all forms. Iti guhyatam shastram. Whatever shastra I told you is the most secret. Idamuktam mayanaha. Etad buddha buddhiman syat. Kritakrutyasya bharata. So you will know me in this way, O Bharata, O Arjuna. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Purushottama Prapti Yogo Nama Panchadashodhyaya. Om Tat Sat. So we have covered many chapters. Some other chapters are not covered, but 3 days time is only for so many chapters. So now I open for any discussion if any time is left.
It is only 7:30.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so
So we have more time.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I'll go to the next chapter in that case.
Right.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So 16th chapter is about the Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga. That is, what are divine qualities and what are Asuri qualities, Rakshasa qualities. That is, he's giving a list of good qualities and list of bad qualities. Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhi Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi Dhanam Damascha Yajnascha Swadhyayastapa Arjavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodha Tyagakshantirapayshunam Daya Bhuteshvaloluptvam Mardavam Hirachapalam Tejakshamadhrutishaucham Adroho Nabhimanita. So 26 divine qualities are described. Abhayam, fearlessness, Sattva Samshuddhi, strength out of purity. Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi, being established in Jnana and Yoga, enlightened state. Dhanam Damasya Yajnishya Swadhyayastapa Arjavam. That is Arjavam, honesty, integrity, Swadhyaya, that is study, and tapas, All these are divine qualities. Ahimsa satyam akrodha. Ahimsa satyam akrodha, non-anger. Tyagakshamtirapaisunam. Ahimsa tyagaha. You know what is tyaga? Sacrifice. Kshamtihi. That is tolerance, forbearance. Apaishunam. Apisunata. That means not trying to backbite people. That is in front of the person you talk good things, in the back you will talk bad things about it. That is called pisunata. Apaishunam. Daya bhuteshu. Having compassion. Aloluptvam. Not being dependent. Mardavam. Softness. Prirachapalam. Being shy. Achapalam. Being stable. All these are known as Daivi Sampat. Daivi Sampat Vimokshaya Nibandhaya Surimata. So Daivi Sampat will result in liberation. And the Asuri Sampat, Dambho Darpo Abhimanascha Krodha Paurushyameva Ajnanam cha bhijatasya pardha sampadamasurim. Dambha, that is bombastic talking. Darpa, pride, showing lot of darpa, pride. Dambho darpo abhimanascha, arrogance, ahankara. Krodhaha, anger. Parushyam, being harsh. Ajnana, ignorance. These are all Asuri Sampat. Dambho darpo abhimanascha krodha parushyameva ajnanam chabhijatasya pardha sampadam asurim daivi sampad vimokshaya nibandhaya surimata. So if you follow Daivi Sampat, if you demonstrate Daivi Sampat, then you will be liberated. And if you are demonstrating Asuri Sampat, then you will be bond. You will be bond more and more. Nibandhaya Asuri Mata. So you decide what you want accordingly. In fact, you can see now he is going to explain how the world is having all kinds of people who are doing all kinds of things. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha navid. The asuras, rakshasas will not know what is pravritti, what is nivritti, what is shaucha, what is achara. Na shaucham napi acharo na satyam, nor they know what is truth. There is nothing. Asatyam apratishthante jagadahuranishwaram. They are atheists. They will say there is no Ishvara. Aparaspara sambhutam kimasyat kamahetukam. Etam drishtim avastabhya. Nashthatmano alpabuddhaya. These people are nashthatmanaha. Alpabuddhis, foolish people. Prabhavant yugrakarmanaha. They will be born as some terrorists also. Shayaya jagato ahita. Asat kamamasritya dushpuram dambhaman samanvita. They will have, I'm not saying all atheists are like this. Those atheists who have this kind of behavior, they are called Rakshasa Pravritti. Kamamasritya dushpuram, having insatiable desires. Dambhamana madanvita, with mada and dambha. Abhiman mad. Mohat grihitva satgrahan pravartante ashuchi vrata. They will be behaving in a very bad manner. Chintam aparimeyancha pralayantam upasthita. They have hundreds and thousands of worries, endless worries. Kamopa bhogarama etavaditi nischita. Asha pasha shatair baddha. They are tied up with hundreds of desires. Kama krodha parayana. ihante kama bhogartham. For fulfilling those desires, anyayena ardha sanchayan, they will be accumulating money illegally. That is nothing but black money. So black money is also being explained here. Idamajjam maya labdham imam prapsye manoratham. Now I got this. Now I want to do this. Idamasti idamapi me bhavishyati puna. Now I'll get more money. Aso maya hatashatruhu. Now my enemy is killed. I will again Marhanishyeja I'll kill all other Shatrus also. Ishwaroham, I am Ishwara. Aham, Bhogi, I am enjoyer. Siddhoham, I am Siddha. Balavan, I am strong. Sukhi, I am happy. Adhyo Abhi, Adhya means very rich, I am very rich. Abhijanavasmi, I've got many servants. Ko anyosti sadru, who is equal to me? I am the richest. Yakshe dasyami modishya iti ajnana vimohita. They are deluded with such foolish ideas. Aneka chitta vibhranta, mohajala samavrita. They are caught up in the mohajala. They are caught up in the net of delusion. They are having multiple distracting thoughts. Prasakta kama bhogeshu patanti narake ashuchau. They'll always be trying to enjoy and they will definitely fall into hell. I think we can see this kind of behavior with many people nowadays because this is Kali Yuga. Atma sambhavita stabdha dhana mana madanvita yajante nama yajnaiste dambhena avidhipo. They will also do some rituals without proper procedures, with lot of pride and show. Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham cha samsrita. Here I have ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham. Mamatma paradeheshu pradishvanto abhyasuyaka. Tanaham dvishata kruran. Such rakshasas, kruras, cruel people will be destroyed. Samsareshu naradhiman. I am going to destroy. Kshipam yajasrama shubhan. Asurishvevayon. And they will be born again among similar births. Asurim yoni mapanna mudha janmani janmani. They will be born again and again in the Asuri yoni. Mama prapyeva kaunteva tato yanti adhamam gating. Without reaching me, they will fall down and down into terrible levels. Trividham. Now about hell is telling. Trividham narakasyedam. Hell is of three types of doors are there, entry points. Nachanamatmana, kama krodhastadha lobha tasmad etat trayam tyaje. So kama, krodha, lobha are the three which have the entry points into hell. Etair vimukta kaunteya tamodvara istribhirnaraha acharatya sreha tato yati param gatim. Save yourself from these three, kama, krodha and lobha, and reach higher levels. Shastra vidhimutsrujya yan vartate kama karatha. He who abandons the shastra and performs all actions as he pleases, he will not reach success, nor he will have pleasure, sukha, nor higher level. Tasmat shastram pramanante karya karyo vyavasthito shastra vidhanoktum karma kartum iharhasi. Therefore you shall perform all actions as per shastra only. So, Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishnarya Samvadi Daivasura Sampat Vibhag Yoga Shodashodhyaya. I'll just take a break for 5 minutes and come back.
Okay, in the meantime, if people have any, if you have any questions, you can pair them and ask directly, or you can put it in the chat box. regarding Vedic mathematics test, we'll let you know. Dr. Babu Garu is slightly busy, so that's the reason he's not able to finalize. It will be done, I think maybe on Thursday. Maybe, I'm not sure. Otherwise, it will be announced in the group. But take this extra time for preparing.
సార్ థర్స్డే అంటే నెక్స్ట్ థర్స్డే సార్, నెక్స్ట్ వీక్.
చెప్తారండి, నేను ఈ వీకే థర్స్డే నాడు I'll announce. I mean,
కదండి.
it will be announced in the WhatsApp group.
అలా కదండి, నేను అంటే
చెప్పండి.
తిరుమలకి వెళ్తున్నానండి, అందుకని ఐ వోంట్ బి అవైలబుల్.
I mean, okay. I mean,
నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ అయితే ఇట్ విల్ బి నైస్.
right. We'll
Thank
try to see. Thank you. No problem.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Shall I continue or shall we have a question and answer session?
I mean, there is a request for the 9th chapter, in case there are questions, 1 or 2, not many.
No, 9th we have already covered yesterday.
But why this?
7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th.
Anyway, then Padmavati Garu, you have a question? Unmute చేసుకుని మాట్లాడండి పద్మావతి గారు.
గురువు గారు,
Ah.
ఇది అన్మ్యూట్ చేయడం కొంచెం టైం పట్టిందండి, క్షమించాలి. ఈ దైవాసుల సంపత్తు విభాగ యోగం ఉంది కదండి, అది చాలా చక్కగా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారు మీరు.
Hmm.
అది
చెప్పండి.
బ్రీఫ్ గా 1-2 పాయింట్స్ లో మళ్ళీ ఒక్కసారి తెలుగులో చెప్పరా అండి? ఇంగ్లీష్ లో
ఏమిటి?
అర్థమైంది, అందుకని కాదు.
అంటే 2 రకాల మనుషులు, దైవ ఆసురి, దైవీ సంపత్, ఆసురి సంపత్ క్వాలిటీస్ లిస్ట్ ఇచ్చారు, మంచి గుణాలు, చెడ్డ గుణాలు. సో మంచి గుణాలు డెవలప్ చేసుకుంటే మోక్షం గురించి, చెడ్డ గుణాలు డెవలప్ చేసుకుంటే బంధం గురించి. సో రాక్షసులు అందరూ చెడ్డ గుణాలతోనే ఉంటారు. సో రాక్షసులు అని మనం ఏదైతే చెప్పిన అసురులు వాళ్ళు ఎలా ఉంటారో అంతా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలి. హౌ దే బిహేవ్, వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ క్వాలిటీస్ దే హ్యావ్ అండ్ హౌ దే బిహేవ్ ఇట్ బి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్డ్ హియర్. లిస్ట్ ఈస్ గివెన్. రాక్షసుల బిహేవియరు మనకు చాలా మంది కనపడతారు అలా బిహేవ్ చేసేవాడు సమాజంలో. సో వాళ్ళందరూ రాక్షసుల కిందే లిస్ట్ లో వస్తారనమాట. సో అభయం సత్వ సంశుద్ధి జ్ఞాన యోగ వ్యవస్థ 26 దైవీ సంపత్తి, 26 దైవీ క్వాలిటీస్. అభయం సత్వ సంశుద్ధి జ్ఞాన యోగ వ్యవస్థితి దానం దమశ్చ యజ్ఞశ్చ స్వాధ్యాయ స్తప ఆర్జవం. ఆర్జవం అంటే ఆనెస్టీ, ఇంటెగ్రిటీ. అహింస సత్యం అక్రోధ త్యాగ క్షాంతిరపైశునం దయాభూతేష్వలోలుప్త్వం మార్దవం హ్రీరచాపలం తేజ క్షమా ధృతి శౌచమద్రోహో నా అభిమానిత. దీస్ 26 ఆర్ దైవీ సంపత్. అండ్ దంభో దర్పో అభిమానశ్చ క్రోధ పారుష్యమేవ చ అజ్ఞానం చాభిజాతస్య పార్థ సంపదం ఆసురీం. దీస్ ఆర్ ఆసురీ సంపత్. అండ్ మెనీ అదర్స్ షోయింగ్ Dambho, Darpo, Abhimanas, and many other behavior patterns he has explained. Accumulating black money, and then indulging in violent activities. All you can see such behavior among some of our politicians, if not all, and also some of the criminals and some of the big people, as we call, they have all these qualities.
అర్థమైందండి గురువు గారు, ధన్యవాదాలు.
There are 2 questions in the chat box. Just a minute. To understand and live like this, we should start knowing it from the young age itself.
Correct.
Is it to be educated by parents or from schools, which way we should start teaching people?
Yeah, that's correct. Even today, I am able to deliver these lectures only because my mother taught me Bhagavad Gita. At my 8th year, I knew the entire Bhagavad Gita by heart. Knowing it by heart is possible in the very young age. Old age, it's not possible. But understanding will come later. It will come throughout the life through understanding of Sanskrit language and other shastras and acquiring maturity. So this is a long drawn process. You are right that, the young age, that's why education system has to include such subjects. So in some schools, they have already included, like some of the schools run by RSS or Ramakrishna Math or Chinmaya Mission, or even Bharati Vidya Bhavan, they have included some parts of the shlokas and Bhagavad Gita in the school itself as additional curriculum in addition to the regular government curriculum. Government will not include this because it is so-called secular government. And Indian Hindu missionaries are not supposed to operate schools. Only Christian missionaries are supposed to operate schools. And the Muslims, of course, they'll have their own madrasas where they will be grinding again and again the Quran and even the violent behavior and all that. So it is a very dangerous thing. Recently, we had one temple being vandalized and desecrated by one so-called madman who came from all the way from Bombay to learn English and personality development in a course in Secunderabad. It's some kind of scam is there, racket is there. But anyway, if the schools are not teaching, then we have to teach on our own. There has to be additional mechanisms to teach. It's difficult to understand, but at least memorization they can do. And Sanskrit language, you see, if you know Sanskrit language, then you can understand. And of course, you also need maturity, critical thinking abilities. Children may not have all that, but even if they don't have all that, it will have impact. You see, in my own case, from the age of 8 up to the age of 14, I was so deeply delved into the Bhagavad Gita itself, every word of it. Even though I didn't have maturity like an adult, I understood there is the concepts, the basic concepts were getting in the mind. So much so, they became very effective when I had to face a grave situation at the age of 14. My father died. His dead body is in front of me. I didn't have a single paisa with me. But nobody, no relatives were there. I was driven to the wall. It's very difficult to even imagine that kind of situation. But even in that situation, I was not upset because of Bhagavad Gita is already playing in my mind. A chapter, this chapter, that chapter, this statement, that statement. Even though I didn't understand everything, it is still having its impact. So I remained like a rock. I remained like a Himalayan rock in front of my father's dead body without having a single paisa with me. I have no relatives come. And my mother was unconscious. She was collapsing. That was the situation. And then I saw the miracles actually happening. Somebody came, my father's friend is, I don't even know him. He came and conducted the funeral, spending a lot of money. And then somebody did something. All they came on their own. So miracles will be there. That's what he told. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshema mahamyam. If you are connected to me all the time, nityabhyukta, then I will take care of you. This promise he made. So that exactly happened in my life when I was 14 years old. Because from the age of 8, the Bhagavad Gita was deeply impregnated into my mind. And I also saw later on, for 10 years, grave crisis. My mother was about to die because of the shock of my father's death. And she was again survived by a miracle. She meditated upon her guru, who was a great yogini and who died a few years back, but she appeared to her and gave her artificial respiration when nobody was there. And on the same day, my guru went there, Dikshitlu, and taught her Bhastrika Pranayama on the bed. She cannot even sit. She's always lying down. She doesn't eat food. So on the bed, she started doing Bhastrika Pranayama. And her guru appeared to her and did artificial respiration. So after 3 days, she stood up. She sat up in the bed, said, "I'm feeling hungry. I want to eat food." So she lived a very happy life for 27 years after that event of near-death experience. She might have died and come back. I think that's what had happened because of her guru's power. And so these are all real miracles that have happened in my own life, let alone others' lives also they might have happened. And I've seen many other miracles also happening. My gurus were also very powerful. They had yogic powers. And my birth itself was based on the miracle performed by Manik Prabhu Maharaj. That's why my name Prabhu is kept. By his miracle only I was born. So miracles are there. And if you do what is being told in the Bhagavad Gita can create miracles in the life. Next question.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
In the first chapter, Bhagavan has not discoursed anything. He has started from second chapter. My doubt is why chapter 1 was included in Bhagavad Gita.
That is for context.
Okay.
To explain the context.
Okay.
It is a continuous text. It's all part of Mahabharata, by the way. I hope you remember that. Madhye Mahabharata. It is in the center of Mahabharata. So the context was set there. And in the second chapter onwards, he started delivering spiritual wisdom to Arjuna. Through Arjuna to the whole world. Lokatrayopakaraya. That's why we have chanted the Mahatyam, Gita Mahatyam on the first day, last time. But I will chant again some of the slokas now that we have some time. So the greatness of Bhagavad Gita is Krishnam Kamalapatraksham Punyasravana Kirtanam Vasudevam Jagadyonim Naumi Narayanam Harim. Narayana Hari, the Yoni, the birthplace of the universe. He is Krishna Kamalapatraksha Punyasravana Kirtanam. Krishnaya Yadavendraya Jnanamudraya Yogine Nadhaya Rukminishaya Namo Vedanta Vedine Prapanna Parijataya Vetratotraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gitamrita Duhe Namaha Saradhyam Arjunasyadav Kurvan Gitamritam Dadau Lokatrayopakaraya. He gave the benefit to all the people in all the three worlds in the pretext of the war. Tasmai Krishnatmane Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandana Pardho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gita Amrutam Mahat. The summary of all the Upanishads is delivered in the name of Gita. Pardhaya Pratipaditam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamruta Varshinim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Gita Shastramidam Punyam Yapathet Prayatah Puman Vishnu Padamavapnoti Bhaya Shokadi Varjitaha. All those who study this Bhagavad Gita will reach Vishnu Loka. Vishnu Padamavapnoti Bhaya Shokadi Varjitaha, will be freed from fear and misery. Bharatamrita Sarvasvam Vishnor Vaktradvinisrutam. The essence, immortal essence of the Amrita of the entire Mahabharata, which is the biggest book in the world, 1 lakh slokas, is delivered through the mouth of Vishnu himself, born as Krishna. Gita Gangodakam Pitva Punarjanma na Vidyate. If you drink the nectar, the Ganga river water of Gita, you will not be born again. Gita Sugita Kartavya Kimanyai Shastra Vistaraihi. What is the need for vast hundreds of other Shastras? Ya Swayam Padmanabhasya Mukha Padmad Vinisrutaha. When this Gita has been delivered from the lotus mouth of the Lord himself, Gita Jayana Shilasya Pranayama Parasyacha
नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्म कृतान्यपि अकृत्यमपि कर्वाणो भुञ्जानो अयतस्ततः घोरम वैवस्वतस्थानम गीताध्यायी न पश्यति. If you are studying Gita regularly, you will not see hell. You will not go to hell. Malanirmochanam pumsam jalasnanam dine dine. Just like you take bath every day to clear the body of the filth on your body. Sakrit Gitam bhasisnanam samsara malamochanam. If you take bath in the waters of Gita, you will be purified of the samsara mala. Slokam ekam tadardham va. One sloka or its meaning. Padam padardham eva va. Even 1/4 of sloka or its meaning. Nityam pathadi. He who understands, meditates, focuses every day. Yo bhakti, with bhakti, with dedication. That is very essential. Samoksha madhyach. He will reach moksha. What more you want, tell me? Sarva shastramayi Gita. It is containing the wisdom of all shastras. Sarva vedamayo harihi. Sarva dharmamayi, sarva tirthamayi Ganga. Sarva dharmamayo manahu. Ekam shastram devaki putra Gita. Eko devo devaki putra eva. Eko mantro devaki putra nama. Karmapyekam devaki putra seva. So friends, you are so lucky to have heard the Gita at least on 3 days and got the impact of the Gita Shastra. A lot of people may have a lot of doubts. You can go on asking doubts, go on clearing doubts as per the time. But the impact will be there even by hearing for 3 days. That impact will remain in you if you repeat it again and again on your every day on your own time. That's enough for you to make you cross this samsara sagar. Yeah, can we have more sessions on Gita? Yes, if the organizers can arrange somehow. So I leave to them. I'm also an organizer, but I'm only an academic advisor. The physical administrative organizers are there. They will have to arrange either on weekends or on weekdays. In fact, in some batches, if you remember, Chittibabu, we had many extra sessions. Yeah.
Right. Okay, Amar Singh, you can ask your question. Chris. Amar Singh.
Hello, Subodhyam Gurugaru.
Hmm.
I have one doubt. Abhayam Tattvasham Shuddhi Jnana Yogi Namaskar Damandanashira Swadhyaya Safarjam. So in the end of the slok, does God says कि स्वाध्याय करना ही सही होगा, क्योंकि श्लोक में बोला गया अभयम तत्वशम सिद्धि ज्ञान योगिन व्यवस्था दामन शेखने से स्वाध्याय सफार्जवम. तो लास्ट लाइन का अर्थ थोड़ा समझाते थे.
नहीं, ये लिस्ट है अच्छे गुणों का लिस्ट है. क्या करना है, हमें क्या करना है, उन्होंने लिस्ट बताया. पहला क्या है, अभयम. आप बिना डर होना चाहिए, डर की कोई जरूरत नहीं. सत्व संशुद्धि, आप सत्व गुण में शुद्ध होना चाहिए. ज्ञान योग व्यवस्थित ही, आप ज्ञान और योग में व्यवस्थित होना चाहिए. जैसे भगवान कृष्ण हो, भगवान बुद्ध हो, भगवान राम हो, ऐसे लोग ऐसा होना चाहिए. ज्ञान योग व्यवस्थित ही. दानम, दान करना चाहिए. दानम दमश्च, सेल्फ कंट्रोल, डिसिप्लिन होना चाहिए. स्वाध्याय करना चाहिए. स्वाध्याय मतलब शास्त्रों का, वेदों का अध्ययन करना चाहिए. तप करना चाहिए. आर्जवम मतलब ऑनेस्टी, इंटेग्रिटी, ऑनेस्ट होना चाहिए. अहिंसा को फॉलो करना चाहिए. सत्यम, सत्य को अपनाना चाहिए. सत्य बोलना चाहिए, सच सुनना चाहिए, सच देखना चाहिए, सच ही सोचना चाहिए. झूठ से कोई फायदा नहीं होता. अहिंसा, सत्यम, अक्रोध, गुस्सा नहीं होना चाहिए. त्याग, कुर्बानी देना चाहिए दूसरों के लिए. शांति ही, जैसा कि आप टॉलरेंस होना चाहिए. अपैशुनम, पिछोता नहीं होना, दूसरों के बारे में गलत बातें बोलना, बुरे बातें कहना पीछे, ये गलत है. वो नहीं होना चाहिए. अपैशुनम. दया होना चाहिए सब में. दया भूतेश, सब जीवियों के ऊपर दया होना चाहिए. अलोलुप्त्वम, किसी के ऊपर लोलता नहीं होना, मतलब डिपेंडेंस, जैसा एडिक्शन हो गया,
ड्रग का, दारू का, इसका उसका, तो इस तरह नहीं होना चाहिए। अलोलता, अक्रोध, त्याग, क्षांति, अपैष्णम, दया, भूतेश, अलोलुप्त, मार्दवम, आप मृदु भाव से बोलना चाहिए, सुनना चाहिए, प्रवर्तन होना चाहिए। मृदु भाव मतलब सॉफ्ट स्पोकन बिहेवियर। फ्री, आपको लज्जा भी होना चाहिए कि वो गलत काम करने से लज्जा होना चाहिए। अचापलम, स्टेबिलिटी होना चाहिए। तेज, तेज होना चाहिए। क्षमा, टॉलरेंस, तेज, क्षमा, धृति, डिटर्मिनेशन। शौचम, प्यूरिटी, तेज, क्षमा, धृति, शौचम। अद्रोह, किसी को धोखा नहीं देना चाहिए। और अभिमान, अहंकार नहीं होना चाहिए। ये जो है 26 दैवी संपत्ति है। यदि आप इनको अपनाएंगे, आप मोक्ष पाएंगे, आप दैवत्व में जाएंगे। अगले जन्म में या इसी जन्म में भी आप दैवी स्थिति में जाएंगे। नहीं तो दूसरे जो है आसुरी स्थिति है। दंभ, दर्प, अभिमान, क्रोध, पौरुष, जो हम बहुत कुछ देखते हैं। और उसके आगे उन्होंने आसुरी प्रवृत्ति, राक्षस प्रवृत्ति का किस तरह का प्रकट होता है वो भी बताया। जैसे हमारे आजकल जो दादा लोग होते हैं, गुंडे लोग होते हैं, पॉलिटिशियंस होते हैं, जिस तरह वो बिहेव करते हैं, उसका पूरा उन्होंने वर्णन किया। जैसा कि हमें ऐसा लगा कि आज भी वो जिंदा है, वो देख रहे हैं क्या करना। जैसा कि उन्होंने बताया कि ब्लैक मनी के बारे में बताया। सो अन्यायनार्थ संचयान, तो गलत तरीके से पैसे को कमाना और उसको अपने पास रख लेना, ब्लैक मनी, उसका भी उन्होंने जिक्र किया। तो जो कुछ भी आजकल हम देखते हैं, कलयुग होने से अधर्म 75% अधर्म है, तो आसुरी प्रवृत्ति बहुत ज्यादा है। तो बहुत लोग दिखते हैं, ये जो कर रहे हैं आपको सामने दिखते हैं। आप टीवी ओपन कीजिए, आपको सब आसुरी प्रवृत्ति लोग दिखेंगे। नेक्स्ट।
धन्यवाद गुरु।
No more questions. Can we go to Pradhana, please? Rajalakshmi garu.
अस्तु महोदय। स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्रा पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधना सधना सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति।
ధన్యవాదాలండి రాజ్యలక్ష్మి గారు. Thank you very much. Let us raise for national anthem, please. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद।